I think I was born in the wrong generation, a generation where people ain't comfortable in their own skin, where people so damn sensitive. Men ain't even men, they way too damn feminine. Wearing a dress, thinking that shit is stylish, man. What the fuck? Back in the day, you would get fucked up for real. This generation nowadays is mad disrespectful. Don't like being told what to do by any of the ones who were here before you. All they give a fuck about is smoking weed every day and every night. And social media likes, they care too much about attention and put too much of their life on the net. People judge and talk shit, then they get upset and depressed. You're the only one to blame for that. I'm sure others feel the same as me, got the same mindset as me, thinking about more important things, like my future and where I'm trying to be in the coming years. People in this generation are so scary, especially men. Look, having a strap in today's day and age is essential, I get it, people are insane. But if you got an issue with somebody that's talking shit, then you talk shit. If you get offended that much, then walk away. Cause if you try to act hard and get in their face, next thing you know you gon' get a couple bullet holes straight to your chest, and you get laid to rest over a petty mess that could have been avoided. But dudes always got something to prove. What? For the street cred, I could give a fuck less. The only person you should be trying to prove something for is God, cause that tough guy shit ain't gon' get you far in the end. This generation is full of stealers and drug dealers at too young an age, skipping and dropping out of school, can't never go to college. That's why the youth be lacking so much knowledge. Everybody wanna be a rapper today because it's easy. All you need to do is copy what you see on TV or hear on the radio, that's for sure. Don't be catchy hook, a video along with it. You going viral, it's just that easy. It's a shame, cause nobody be trying to study the game. They just want the money and the fame, could give a fuck about the art and the ones who paved the way. That's what this new generation of rappers about. They don't care about lyrics and having the message of being different. Everybody just a copy of somebody else, no originality, bunch of industry plants. Naomi Bergoli got famous for being disrespectful to her elders. That's just fucking crazy. This world is going up in flames, especially how we living today. I don't belong in this generation, I ain't a part of this generation, I'm beyond this generation. Fuck that.
I'm all over the place. There is never a dull moment in my life. I live in a time of a persistent influx of information and pressure. There are never any extra moments in life to just be still. I'm 15 years old, still in high school, yet I already feel like I'm working around the clock for a future I can never guarantee. I have approximately 7 hours of school a day, about 10 if you count after school, 13 if you consider homework. I have anywhere from 9 to 15 hours of volunteer work every month, and countless hours of chosen extracurriculars. What my parents want for me is to be happy. They just want me to be happy. In reality, I have too much to do. I'm always stressed about something. I'm worried about managing everything. Being a well-rounded teen in today's technological age is overwhelming. Society tells us over and over again that as teens, we need to prepare for the future. Prepare for college, prepare to get a job, prepare for a family, prepare for any possible emergency in life. I'm a part of Generation Z. We have this mentality of, I want to be special and unique, just like everyone else. I was told I can be anything I want to be if I work hard. The difficult part is that you can be anything has come to mean you should do everything. I'm going to share with you the struggles that we as Gen Z face dealing with technology, the pressure to be well-rounded, and the effects on our mental well-beings. Gen Z is expected to understand how to navigate technology. There's an overwhelming assumption of being available for everyone all the time. I feel neurotic just waiting for a response from my friends about a homework assignment due the next day. Gen Z has a learning curve that is incredibly unforgiving. There's a dark side of technology when mistakes are made. Public shaming takes to mob mentality on social media and what is called cancel culture. This is the idea of people dropping celebrities. Status is stripped when massive amounts of people unfollow someone for doing something that is considered controversial or bad. We can't automatically filter out the harmful parts of technology. There is a pressure to master the art of avoiding risk and hazards. We are warned of the dangers that lurk around every corner of the internet: catfishing, identity theft, and stalking, and cyberbullying, but we don't know what to do with those warnings. We don't have enough life experience or advice to be wise about our choices that can have long-term consequences. Gen Z has no effective way of disconnecting from constant media. Despite the backlash of technology, we have an intense attachment to it. Recently, my school went on lockdown, and I was in dance class, and we aren't allowed to have our phones. But when those drills went off, everyone was anxious about, one, the possible emergency, and the fact that they couldn't get a hold of their loved ones immediately. Gen Z is so enveloped in social media that there is a crushing pressure to be the perfect teen. Gen Z is groomed to be well-rounded teens. We have to make decisions from constant choices, and we are always working for the future. We have so many options for colleges, internships, majors, and schoolwork. Everything is being labeled as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that we simply can't miss out on. There is a pressure for a well-rounded teen to be good at everything. I suck at grammar and mental math, but in order for me to get those A's on my transcript, I need to have those skills mastered. Just like how people learn in different ways, we are all good at different things. There is this overwhelming pressure to fill up our schedules to meet other people's expectations. We need to be more competitive well-rounded teens. We want to load up our job applications with impressive achievements. We can't just be smart. We have to be athletic and a leader and volunteer in the community. We have to make constant decisions from having so many possibilities. My schedule is so cramped from everything that I choose to do, yet I still look at other opportunities and try and see if there's a way I can fit them in with everything else. There's this little voice in the back of my mind saying that if I'm not doing something at that moment, then I am useless and wasting time. That crushing pressure to be the perfect teenager is impacting our mental well-beings. Gen Z's mental wellness is being challenged. The stress levels that teenagers face are out of control. I feel like I could implode from all of it, studying for 3 tests at a time, working on my personal projects every chance that I get, volunteering and making time for friends and family. It's got me pulling in all sorts of different directions. There is a sense of escalated chronic stress that we all have to deal with. We all have different ways to cope. Sometimes we can ignore it. Other times we have to have a breakdown because we can no longer avoid the increasing pressure. We are pushing ourselves to the limits. Anxiety can take hold in many different forms, from test anxiety to hyperventilation to panic attacks. Once they start, they don't stop. Depression is on the rise in teens. It can stem from an overload of wanting to do everything, but nothing feels worth it anymore. Depression can feel like the world is weighing down on your shoulders. One part of our mind is saying that there's no point in doing anything. Another part of our mind is telling us that we have to be doing something. Our adolescent years now require us to take forced rest days so we can recover from pressure. We can get so overwhelmed that we take what most people lovingly call mental health days. We call in sick so we can simply get a day to recover from life. It can have to cause more problems to keep up with classes, but it can genuinely help us decompress by calming down from the building pressure. Today I talked to you about the envelopment of social media, the crushing pressure to be the perfect teen, and the effects of everything on our mental states. Being a well-rounded teen in today's technological age is overwhelming. So you see, I'm all over the place. There is never a dull moment in my life. I'm surrounded by information and pressure all the time. I barely get enough sleep, let alone quiet time for myself to just be still. I'm 15, I'm a sophomore in high school. All I want to know if it's going to be okay. I'm stressed and worried, and it needs to change. If we keep going at this rate, we are going to exhaust ourselves before we are even adults. We are always doing, going, getting, having. This means that we may have to put time into our schedules a few hours to do nothing. What our parents want for us is to be happy. They just want us to be happy. But before we can be happy, we need to practice just being. We're so focused on the outside world of trauma and drama, we need to focus on the inside of our mental well-beings. Instead of getting so burned out from being overwhelmed that we shut down, we need to take mental health days and mental health naps. We need to add more filters to our lives so we can make conscious choices from the constant opportunities that flood our mental inbox. Seeking continuous validation is bad for our mental states. It's a natural desire to want people to be impressed with our achievements, but we don't need to maximize every opportunity. We need to be more selective about the information and pressure that we invite into our lives. We need some confirmation that despite how crazy this world can get, that we are surviving and thriving. Gen Z needs someone to tell us that we are doing just fine. So hey, we are doing just fine. Thank you.